In today's episode, we're destroying this car. Hi, welcome, I'm John, and in this channel we're serious about playing games. And yeah, we are gonna destroy that car, it's not just clickbait. But we're not gonna destroy it just for fun. We're going to larp, a post-apocalyptic larp, and for that larp we're gonna build a ride that fits. So we are playing cultists in a death cult. We are kind of the evil people worshipping death, and we're gonna turn this old Swedish people's mobile, it's a Volvo 740 I think. We're gonna turn it into an hearse, or something to transport our dead, or as we see them, the no longer living on this plane but still with us. And I hope you will join me. Most of this will be a time-lapse following the car, but I will add some comments as well on what we are doing and why we are doing it, so that you could follow along if you wanted to do a similar thing yourself. Not that I can see why. We knew we wanted a square-shaped car, and we knew we wanted it matte black. And we got a bit lucky and found this old Volvo in dark blue. So actually the color you see is only spray painted on. Of course, this is not a beautiful way of doing it, but this car is not about beauty in that form. It's an effective way of doing it quickly, and it's good enough. Weather is getting worse, so we are pausing for now and we'll see when we continue. It's moving forward. Doors have lost windows. Paint is being applied. We will remove a lot more of the windows, and it's gonna get much more dirty. And then next step will be indoors. Right now it kind of looks like a modern car still. So most of this stuff is gonna be removed and trashed and weathered. But now let's break for food, and we'll see if we continue with this or if we continue weathering other stuff that we can do indoors. By the way, Frida, Helena, Karin. Day number 2. Yesterday we wrapped up as the sun was setting and the rain was coming in. So it got darker and wetter and no longer fun to be out with a car. But we made other stuff instead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Because there's a lot of preparations for the LARP. We've been painting the car. We've been removing a lot of parts. It's not that visible yet. And it feels like it was going slowly and then faster and faster. So I think today is going to be much faster.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
But we're still stuck in a lot of discussions about how do we do with the doors and details, like sort of, but if we stuck every door to the car, then we won't be able to open them and we can't get in.
No.
So we have some
the details of how the car is going to look is something that also happens during this process. Mm-hmm. So we don't have an exact schedule of or
we don't have a plan.
We don't have a plan at all.
We don't have a plan, yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
We do have a plan, but the plan is not detailed, I would say.
Yeah, okay.
We know where we want to go, we know what kind of aesthetic we're going for, but we don't know exactly how to get there.
Yeah.
So the plan for today is to first go into town and buy things that we realize that we need.
The usual stuff, sort of. Yesterday we worked and sort of, oh, we need this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
So.
Which is a reason for having a 2-day plan for doing these kind of things. So now we know what more we need, and we're going to go in and buy that, and then we're going to continue building. Let's pause a minute at this moment. Here you see us breaking the back windows, and you should really wear safety goggles while doing this. I cut myself in the face a little bit. It was fine, but it's not a good thing to do. After this, we painted the car with acrylic paints, white. And that way we got all the patterns and details out of it. We want the car to feel like Wasteland's Mad Max setting. So we're removing all the car windows. The back windows we break and remove from the car completely. The middle windows we can pull out of the car without breaking them. And the front windows we actually just wind down into the car doors. The windshield we keep because it makes the car much easier to drive and much safer on the normal roads which we need to take to get to the LARP. This way we can wind up the windows in the front of the car while driving it on normal roads and then removing them again when we get to the LARP. Of course, someone who knows how to build a car would look at this and get really scared about what we're doing. But this is not about that, this is about making a prop for a LARP. It's just a very big prop. So the white thing you see is building foam, and we use that to remove all the cracks that we don't want there. For example, we cover everything that makes the back door look like a door. And that way we get this feeling of the big compartment that is there in a hearse. That copper-colored long thing you see at the top is a carved plank. And it's there to again make the shape of the car seem more square and more like a hearse.
We finalized the car and now we're at the LARP. Let's look at it. You saw us break the windows and kind of remove the back door. It's actually there, but we're covering it as much as possible.
It was an old car and not in that good shape, so of course there was a lot of rust on it. And we kept all that rust, because we wanted as much rust as possible. But most of the rust is added. And we're using a varnish, a spray can varnish. And while it's still wet, we're adding cinnamon powder and pepper powder, which is brownish and reddish, and has a bit of shape to it. So once it dries, it really looks like rust.
By the way, the LARP area is amazing. You have this huge old factory building, and then you have this town built of old containers, and it just continues all around. And the area is big outside, so people will be able to drive their cars out into the wilderness.
There you have it. I hope you liked this exploration out into a bit of creative LARP geekery. If you did, there's a bunch of more videos there on the side, so go check them out. See ya!